Oh hey, how's it going? I'm just catching up on the finest literature known to man, the usual. The time-tested classic. Anthem had a pretty bad launch when it first came out, first couple months actually, and to be honest, I remember playing I think it was the beta I got access to because I was so excited and hyped for this game. It looked like fun, and when I played it, it had its issue, but it was beta, it was kind of expected. But when it actually came out to launch, there was so many bugs, so many glitches, it was rough. But I'm not here to beat on a dead horse, rehash the whole thing again. I'm here to see how it was. I think it's like 3 years later. Yeah, 3 years later. I had to count on my hands for that one. But anyways, so I revisited this game just before my source filmmaker decided show no lights. And I found out that the graphics card on my computer was like pooping itself every time I tried launching it. So I got that fixed. That's why you see, the way it is now. When I first booted up the game, it kind of confused me because I forgot that it's the pause menu that you first see, not the world or like the lobby that you're traditionally used to, right? So I wasn't exactly too happy. I was like, what's going on? Why am I doing that? That whole thing. And when I finally got into the world, I forgot that you can't actually. Well, maybe you can. I think you can change the suits or the mechs or whatever they're called. And I didn't remember how to do that. So I walked up to the suit. I was like, well, I guess I'm choosing this suit. And I played the missions that I was able to, and I didn't realize, for the first time, and I played this in many years, I didn't realize that you could play privately. So I tried matchmaking, and it just, nobody was wanting to play that game, I guess. Or that specific mission. And so when I played these missions that you're seeing right now, it's pretty much the same thing. You go to the spot, you go through all these people, the enemies, kill them, so on and so forth, wash, rinse, repeat, right? I mean, it's fine, but I don't even remember the story, and those missions were continuing from the end of that story. So I'm pretty much lost. I don't remember the story at all. What I ended up doing was I ended up going into Freeplay and seeing how all that worked out. But before that, I ended up going to, it's called the Forge. It's where you could, it's like a public lobby where you can meet people from wherever they're playing and see the suits, see what they did to it, and so on and so forth. And when I first loaded it into the Forge, it just was empty. It was barren. It just was off-putting. I don't know if that's normal nowadays. I don't know if it's not normal. But yeah, that was a surprise to me because I've never really played any multiplayer games where the lobbies or the social lobbies or whatever they're called empty. And I decided to look for the store, see what they had, and to my surprise it was just emotes and colors that you could buy, or like patterns. I think they're called alloys or something like that. I don't remember. But after coming back from the free play, I came across 2 other people inside that forge. 2 people. And then I believe they both left soon after I came in. So speaking of free play, I went into the world, and the first thing I did was like a timed trial or timed race, and I didn't know that was a thing at all because I've never really actually played the Freeplay from what I can remember. But it was alright, you know, it's, you know, time trial. You go through the rings to, you know, for the checkpoints and all that kind of stuff. But the second time that I did it, I remember just like barely grazing through this patch and going through this checkpoint. And then as soon as I get through this, like, it's like electric orbs where they overheat your suit's flying abilities, or like the jetpack part, and you can't fly no more. Well, some dude decided to shoot those orbs just as I was flying by them, and threw off the whole trial, the rest of the trial. I was pretty upset, and the dude just, you know, he just flew away. That was it. So that was nice. I also then partook in, I believe, 3. I think it was like open world missions or whatever they're calling it, and it was pretty much kill the minions, kill the boss, and then you protected that area. That's pretty much what those were. And honestly, there wasn't really a lot to do, especially afterwards. I don't know if I'm just missing something or if I haven't done anything to garner more missions or more whatever. And honestly, I know that this was supposed to be like a really big hyped up event, and I know I was really excited for this, but to see it the way it is now, it just kind of, it's, you know, it's sad, because this could have been a really good game. It could have been a really fun, replayable game that you could play with, you know, whoever you want, right? I know BioWare, the people who made this game, was given EA's blessing to continue supporting this game and continue updating and working on this game. And it, you know, as far as I know, they've still been holding true to the word. BioWare, you know, good on you. But honestly, it's on live support at this moment. I don't know if it's BioWare or if it's EA or if it's, you know, the small community that really enjoys the game that's keeping it alive or what. But so last little bit of, you know, details before I close this video off. I just want to say that the suits really remind me of a game that I grew up playing with my dad called Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf, and I'll throw some pictures up in the background of the starting, I think it's the starting mech. Basically, it's like it's like an exoskeleton that you can use when you first start the missions, I believe. It's been a while since I played it, but I thought that was, you know, something I could share with you guys. A little insight in my gaming heritage, gaming past, if you so choose. And yeah, like, that's all I really wanted to talk about for this week's video. I'm gonna get back to reading my classic literature. You go back to your beautiful, fun, happy day, and I'll catch you later.